What is going on, guys? Mitchell Phillips here, and I'm bringing you your first look at the map in Forza Horizon 4. Now, we're not only going to be going over the map, but we're going to be going over features we found in the map, the verticality of this map that's coming to us, as well as go over some of the showcase events. I have a bunch of videos actually lined up for you guys showcasing the Deformable mud, which was actually surprisingly really nice. I'm really excited to show you more about that. Car masteries, all this different stuff that we learned in the latest live stream by Playground Games. So be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to keep up to date with what's going on in Horizon 4. The verticality in this map was just stunning. They took out the Jeep Trackhawk with an off-road kit on it. The thing looked insane. It looked out of this world, and they took it up to some of the highest points in the map, and the view was just incredible. Before I was even told about the verticality of this map and how that was a focus, I was naturally really upset with what I got kind of from Australia. There are a lot of mountainous areas that from a distance you really want to go explore and look at, but once you get there, there's a natural, man-made but natural looking barrier stopping you from climbing these mountains. And in Horizon 4, it looks like this is going to be eliminated for the most part. There is so many big hills, mountain-like areas that you're able to climb, and this is really exciting for me. Let me know what you guys think of that in the comments. A big thing I wanted to cover is Goliath. Now, we know Goliath is coming back, but something even more exciting than that is coming, and we're gonna have 3 other Goliath-like races within the Forza Horizon 3 map, just the regular map. So before, we did have the Hot Wheels Goliath, and we had Kingmaker over at Blizzard Mountain, but now we have 4 within the Forza Horizon 4 map in the UK. We have Goliath, we have the Marathon, we have the Gauntlet, and we have the Titan. So there's gonna be 4 big long races in total. I'm assuming maybe one is primarily off-road, maybe one's primarily track. We're gonna see different areas of the map. Overall, I'm incredibly excited. I hope they're all circuit races, so if we want, we can do multiple laps. It might end up being the best way for you to make money, and I think what I'll do is when I actually get a hold of the game, figure out which one of these is gonna provide you know the best bang for your buck if you guys are looking to make money quick in the game. Preceding that, we have the showcase event, the very first showcase event in the game, and I was actually expecting something different because when the developers were talking last live stream, they were saying that the showcase event we would never guess, we don't know what to expect, blah blah blah, all this mystery, and it turns out to be the hovercraft that was in the trailer, which actually I would have guessed for sure, but regardless, the hovercraft is huge. It was really insane. The sound of it when it got near the truck was just pretty freaking epic. I'm watching it on my screen now, and it looks really exciting. What I'm curious is, can you get close enough to this hovercraft to actually interact with it? Can you like hit it? Like, I mean, I know you shouldn't try to hit it when you're racing, but we've never really been able to hit one of the cars in our showcase event. I actually, the Jeep in Horizon 3 once the Jeep gets dropped, but the entire race, this is going to be taking a very similar line as you. A lot of time is going to be spent on the exact same track as you, and you get really close to it, so I'm wondering if possibly we are going to be able to actually interact with this thing. Now, unfortunately, we can't drive the hovercraft. I know when we first saw the trailer for Forza Horizon 4 and we saw the dirt bikes and we saw the hovercraft, we were hoping we were gonna get like almost like a Disciplines that the Crew 2 has, that kind of competition coming over to Horizon 4, but that's not the case. We're not gonna be getting that, unfortunately. But yeah, like I said, the game actually crashed on them, and that was pretty funny because once the game crashed on them, it just kind of, you know, jarred them all up, and they really lost a lot of their composure. And the trees still unrealistically roll, I'm noticing, like they did in Horizon 3. When the trees look like they're just like a cylinder, like rolling down a hill. I see them doing that at times now, but overall there is a lot that's really awesome about this map. One of the big things I wanted to cover for sure is they actually used some sort of technology and figured out where moisture would build up the most in each part of the map, and that dictated a lot more than just having, you know, muddier terrain. It also dictated how healthy the soil was, and therefore how healthy and nice the trees around them are going to be. So that's really cool. So now if you're in like a valley where there might be a little bit of a stream, those trees in that area are going to be very lush and vibrant, where if you go maybe to the top of one of those hills where it's a little bit drier, where water doesn't collect very easy, the trees are going to be a little bit less healthier. And I think that's so cool, and that's going to add another factor of realism, that with the individually rendered leaves and all this detail that they're putting into the world is just going to make a very beautiful experience. We already know they stepped up the graphics a little bit, so overall I'm very excited for this. Now in the next video I'm going to cover Forzathon Live, because this seems like a game changer. It's going to make Forza more addicting than ever, and that's a good but a bad thing, right? Like, all of us, we have to go to work, we have to study, we have to do something, and I feel like this is honestly going to have me gaming for hours non-stop. So I'm going to cover Forzathon Live in detail in the next video. It might come out today or it might come out tomorrow morning, I'm not sure. But furthermore, what I do want to get into is the deformable mud. Now, I was worried about two things. One, at first I was worried about the mud not really being deformable, but then they clarified it is going to be deformable. And then my second worry immediately was that the mud would be the exact same as the snow from Blizzard Mountain, but that isn't the case actually. The mud it does seem to give you a little bit more of a shallow feel than the snow in Blizzard Mountain. Like the divots you make aren't as deep as in Blizzard Mountain, and it doesn't seem to restrict you as much as Blizzard Mountain. You seem a little bit more free to drive around. But what I was kind of hoping for that I didn't get necessarily was just, I mean, you can only ask for so much. They made a big step, it's very awesome, but for areas where there was some puddles that built up, I was hoping those tracks would get significantly deeper, opposed to areas where it is still a little bit muddy but more dry. I was hoping for more variance across that spectrum, so now you would want to avoid puddles more, or if you're just trying to have fun, maybe you want to go for puddles and stuff more. And of course I don't want cars to get stuck. I feel like that could get annoying, but cars to be slowed down a lot, for the mud to really pile up on the car in those deep areas where there are puddles and stuff like that would have been really cool. Maybe that's another step up we'll see with the next Horizon, but we didn't really get that here. So that was the one thing I was disappointed with. I feel like the mud physics didn't change too much if you were in a crevice near a puddle, or if you were at the top of a small hill where it was still somewhat muddy. I wanted to see more variance there, and I didn't get it. But another thing that disappointed me is, especially when they went to hood cam, the hood was completely clean and the mud wasn't flying up all that much. From the back of the vehicle, mud was actually flying up from the back tires, which was cool. I would have liked to see it would have been really cool. And this is, again, a step up. Maybe we could look for it in the future. But imagine if you're going through that mud in first person and some mud from like the car. Imagine this, the mud from the car in front of you is splashing on your windshield. Or if you have one of those race trucks, it look like you might not have even had a windshield with those, splashing inside your cabin. I know this is just next level, but how cool that would have been. At least if the hood could have got dirty, maybe some of the I don't know if they're called A-pillars, the pillars on the left and right of you when you're in first person mode, if they could have got a little bit dirty, I would have really loved that at least, but we didn't get that, unfortunately. The car stayed virtually completely clean when you're looking at it from first person, looking at the hood and stuff like that. But overall, big step up when it comes to mud and off-road. I think that's going to add a new aspect to the map that's going to be really exciting. Overall, I mean, I'm so excited for this game. The last thing I want to cover in this video, and there is more to cover which will be coming in other videos, but the last thing I want to cover is now you no longer have to pay to change vehicles. It happens almost instantly. Maybe it takes you like 5 seconds to change your vehicle wherever you want at any time. And that's going to be really nice for doing certain events, moving to different areas where it might be muddy. You might want to switch to an off-road vehicle very quickly. You don't have to go to the Horizon Festival, you don't have to go to your house, you can just change the vehicle instantly. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because I'm going to be working hard getting more videos out for you guys, and we live stream daily on Forza Horizon 3. So we do that every day. We have open lobbies, and you guys are free to join. All you have to do is add me on Xbox. My gamer tag is Mac space V space gaming, MACK space V space gaming. Add me as a friend, send me a message, and we will guaranteed get you in the next live stream if you want to join. That's every day, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take it easy, guys. Remember, your pain is your strength. I'll see you in the next video or on live stream.